Perfectionism, a deep exploration of its benefits, challenges, and roots. Introduction. Perfectionism is a familiar term for many of us, a deep desire to achieve the best outcomes, to meet the highest standards, and to avoid any form of flaw. This tendency, at its core, can be a powerful driving force or a heavy burden that weighs down the soul. In this article, we will thoroughly and scientifically examine perfectionism, exploring its advantages, its challenges, and its origins, while also suggesting ways to cultivate a balanced and inspiring relationship with it. Definition of perfectionism. In psychology, perfectionism is defined as the tendency to pursue extremely high standards for oneself and others, accompanied by excessive concern about mistakes. Researchers such as Frost et al. 1990 describe perfectionism as comprising components such as concern over mistakes, doubts about actions, high personal standards, and a need for approval. Perfectionism inherently has two sides. It can either be a tool for growth or an obstacle to progress. Understanding this dual nature is the first step towards a proper comprehension of the phenomenon. Benefits of perfectionism. At first glance, perfectionism might carry a negative connotation. However, in reality, it can be a powerful source of success and personal advancement. Some of its key benefits include: 1. High motivation for achievement. Perfectionists often set lofty standards for themselves, which can lead to remarkable progress in various fields. This internal drive for excellence fosters continuous growth and the achievement of great goals. 2. Attention to detail. A meticulous focus on details is a hallmark of perfectionists. In fields where precision is critical, such as medicine, engineering, or fine arts, this quality can be a significant advantage. 3. Creation of discipline and organization. Healthy perfectionism encourages adherence to order and principles. These individuals often excel at planning, scheduling, and organizing their tasks effectively. 4. Enhance self-awareness. Through constant analysis of their own performance, perfectionists develop a deep understanding of their strengths and weaknesses. This self-awareness becomes a foundation for personal and professional growth. Challenges of perfectionism. While perfectionism can be a positive force, its harmful aspects can lead to considerable challenges for individuals and those around them. 1. Chronic anxiety and stress. Perfectionists often experience immense pressure to meet unrealistic standards. This pressure can result in chronic anxiety, stress, and even depression. 2. Fear of failure. The fear of not reaching perfection may paralyze individuals, preventing them from taking action. This manifests as analysis paralysis, where decision-making and project initiation become delayed and fraught with doubt. 3. Decreased creativity. The obsession with flawless execution can suppress creativity. Perfectionists might avoid experimentation for fear of making mistakes, thereby limiting innovation. 4. Strained relationships. Expecting unrealistic standards from others can negatively impact personal and professional relationships. This often leads to dissatisfaction, excessive criticism, and the erosion of valuable connections. 5. Emotional and occupational burnout. Relentlessly striving for unattainable perfection without acknowledging human limits can lead to burnout, a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion that severely diminishes motivation and productivity. Roots of perfectionism. Perfectionism stems from a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and social factors. Some of the main contributing elements include: 1. Childhood experiences. Early relationships with parents significantly influence perfectionist tendencies. When parental love is conditional upon achievement or specific behaviors, children may internalize the belief that their worth depends on being perfect. 2. Cultural and social influences. Competitive cultures that place supreme value on success often foster the growth of perfectionism. In such environments, an individual's worth is frequently measured by their accomplishments. 3. Genetic and psychological factors. Research suggests a genetic component to perfectionism. Individuals with certain personality traits, such as high conscientiousness or inherent anxiety, are more predisposed to perfectionist behavior. 4. Media and social networks. Idealized images presented by media and social platforms, often unrealistic, can create unattainable standards. Continuous comparison to these fabricated ideals fuels perfectionist tendencies. Healthy versus unhealthy perfectionism. As previously mentioned, perfectionism exists on a spectrum. Understanding the difference between adaptive, healthy, and maladaptive, unhealthy, perfectionism is crucial for effective management. How to manage perfectionism. While deep-seated perfectionist patterns take time to change, there are practical strategies that can help manage this trait effectively. 1. Accepting imperfection as part of humanity. Embracing the fact that mistakes are an inseparable part of growth can greatly reduce perfectionism-related anxiety. Being human means being imperfect. 2. Reevaluating standards. Critically reassessing expectations and ensuring they are realistic can alleviate psychological pressure. Not every project needs to be a masterpiece, sometimes good enough is truly enough. 3. Focusing on the process rather than the outcome. Finding joy in the journey of learning and growth, rather than obsessing over the end result, can make life richer and more satisfying. 4. Practicing self-compassion. Self-compassion means treating yourself with kindness and support during times of failure or difficulty. Studies show that self-compassion not only improves mental health but also enhances motivation for personal growth. 5. Seeking professional help. If perfectionism leads to severe anxiety or depression, consulting a therapist can be very beneficial. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, has proven effective in moderating unhealthy perfectionism. Perfectionism and the meaning of life. Ultimately, a profound question arises: what is the purpose behind striving for perfection? Is perfection an achievable end or a perpetual mirage? Life, by its very essence, involves impermanence, imperfection, and continuous change. The beauty of being human lies precisely in these apparent flaws. Healthy perfectionism can guide us towards growth, learning, and creativity, provided our goal is not to prove our worth but to celebrate our human journey. Conclusion. Perfectionism is like a fire that can either light our path or consume us. A precise understanding of this trait, embracing its positive aspects and managing its harmful dimensions, opens the way to a more fulfilling, peaceful, and inspiring life. In the end, perhaps the greatest lesson is this: learning to embrace imperfection does not mean giving up on excellence, rather, it means recognizing that the very act of striving, growing, and being human is the ultimate form of perfection.